if you pass through KYC, then only the coins that you made under your nickname will be available. If another tier 1 from your team passes the KYC, then you will also have access to the coins that you earned from him, and so on. So basically, you get access in phases. You will never get access to all of them at once because people take time to do the KYC. Some of them fail. That's why we said multiple times that the total amount of ice will depend at the end of the phase 1, because we believe that not all of the users will actually be able to pass the KYC, because some might try to be fraudulent and so on. Also, as you guys noticed, we did an announcement, like I think 1 week ago, regarding bot accounts on the platform. So right now we are actually implementing the phase 1, step 1 of the KYC, which will be face recognition, and you will also need to select the country from which you are from. Basically, once you do the setup, every time you will start a new mining session, you will have to pass the face recognition. So the first account, it's very important when you set it up, it's gonna work only on your face. And it's very important to know that once the phase 1 finishes and the KYC starts for the mainnet, the passports IDs should match also the same image. So you cannot change this later. You cannot come to our support and say that you did not know about this. There will be notifications inside the app. There will be a pop-up saying that once you submit, you cannot change it back, because this is what one unique user should mean.
I just muted myself. Right. So that's really great. I mean, this KYC answer was extremely extensive because it's so important to so many people. I can see a lot of KYC questions in the live chat. So yeah, interesting. Vindicated Chidi, you're up. Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear some sound there, which means you can ask your question.
Yeah.
Vindicated Chidi? Yeah.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ray. Thank you, Mr. Zeus. This particular question is very, very important because I believe... Can you hear me? Okay. Okay, okay, thank you very much. This particular question is very, very important because mostly there are many questions. Hello, can you hear me? I've been speaking for the last 1 minute. I don't know. Can you hear me, Mr. Ray? Hello, Mr. Ray.
I can hear you. Keep going. Keep going. There's a delay. There's a delay. That's why. So just keep going. Keep going. There's a delay, but keep going.
Okay. 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 So okay. So I would like to ask the ICE team. What factors embodies the ICE network as a new project to compare itself with Pi Network, which has been in development for over 4 to 5 years now? And what are the unique aspects of ICE network? What do they offer that Pi Network doesn't offer? Thank you.
So first of all, there were some community members that there are some community members that are thinking we have something against Pi Network. We actually don't have anything against them because honestly, as the founder, they were the first ones that brought this tap to mine thing to the world. And we also got inspired from this. Of course, we did a lot of changes to this simple tap to mine in order to keep the users engaged. We added also the slashing mechanism and so on. But what we are trying to accomplish here is different than what Pi Network did in the last 4 years. This year we will be releasing our first app that will be the first puzzle of the ICE ecosystem, and early next year we will also start the beta testing for the mainnet. So we believe that our team is well prepared compared to what Pi Network did in 4 years. So basically, we are sure about what we will do, and by the end of the phase 1, which is going to happen in October next year, the ICE coin will have not one, but multiple utilities. The testnet will also be released pretty soon, so the community will also be able to start developing the apps. So by the time we are finishing the phase 1, there is going to be also community the apps. So yeah, I think these are the differences between us and Pi Network. We don't like to lose time, so we are here to release things gradually to bring to the community new things.
Yeah, that's really interesting. I'm actually really happy about the answer that you gave, quite extensive as well. I mean, we know there are some questions that will require extensive answers because that's just the way they are. Jatin, you're next. Can you ask your question, please?
Yes. So my next question comes from one of my team members. He had mined for 2 weeks and he did not receive any day off. Whereas another member from his team member had mined for just 8 days and he had got both streaks and days off. So could you please explain why this discrepancy was there? Was it just a glitch, or is there something which is involved with staking? Could you please elaborate about that?
So one of the features that is unique to the ICE project is the slashing feature, which you cannot find it in Pi Network or other similar tap-to-mine projects. So in order to get a day off, your 24-hour session does not need to expire. So that's why we added the possibility to extend a session before the 24 hours, which is available after 12 hours since your last session start. So I'm sure that the users that did not got the days off, they are just trying to do tap to mine like they are doing on the Pi Network, which is 1 time per 24 hours, but they are waiting for for the button to become blue. Or it will become blue. Actually, it becomes red when you are in a slashing mode. So we recommend the users to try extending their mining sessions and more frequently, and don't wait for the 24 hours.
Hi everyone, my name is Jason. Welcome to my house. I got this amazing place quite recently.
which you will have 24 hours. So this is in order to avoid getting into the slashing, because slashing loses your coins. And for the initial members, which they mined ice at a higher rate from the beginning, 1 day of slashing will mean a lot more than a user that is just new to the ice project, because slashing takes from your account based on how big your balance it is. So the bigger your balance it is, the higher the slashing rate.
Interesting answer. To be honest, I like the concept personally anyway. I have a lot of days off, and I don't think it's happened to me before, because I always make sure after 12 hours, I go back and make it 24 hours in simple terms. So really good. I'm going to ask my question. So mine is, what will happen to inactive accounts after 60 days of inactivity?
So this is pretty simple. There is no mechanism of flagging a user as inactive, flagging a user as a bot, and so on. What we did something very simple. Instead going on the road where you need to fight bots, you need to fight inactive accounts and so on, block them, don't let them access the service again or whatever, we just don't take them into consideration anymore. So the next update with the KYC, you will notice that the top users, the top countries, the total registered users, the total onlines and everything will be changed. That will be based only on the users that are passing the KYC, the face recognition. So that's when we will see for sure the total amount of unique users across the ICE network, because we analyzed the data, and beside the bots, we notice in a way that we are not 100% sure, but we are like 90% sure that some of the users are using 2 accounts on different devices, even if they are the same name. So with this new update, when we are releasing it, which is coming very soon, every day when you are extending or starting a new mining session, you need to pass the face recognition. And the face recognition is also protected from spoofing, we have some liveness checks, and with the latest AI things, so everybody will be asked to do certain things like be happy, turn your head, look on left, and so on. There's going to be a combination of things, and if you don't act as a real human and don't do what our system asks, then it doesn't matter if you are if your face is the one that you registered the KYC, as long as you don't prove the video is live.
Great response. So we've all asked 3 questions each, but we do have another surprise guest, Apollo. Apollo, do you have any words for the people here? Because you always have words, and we know that. Do you have any words for the people who are watching us right now?
Well, thank you very much. Thank you, Ray. If you allow me, there is a very important factor that bring ICE add value. Is the ICE community. Actually, each individual snowman, a community of educated people, coming from different cultures, but having a very different life experience. Well, but who have acquired various skills have acquired various abilities, have embraced common values, well, they give ICE coin added value. I'm avoiding calling the Snowmen as simply users, because in fact, they are truly our valued partners. It is an immutable truth. If you want to be respected by others, respect others first. If you want to be loved by others, love others first. This is a very simple part of wisdom of the world. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Apollo, for your words of wisdom. We always love that. Guys, please, Apollo always hosts the program, obviously, so I'll let you know at the end of the show, because I think is it tomorrow or so that you're going to host, or is it today?
Sorry. Yes, tomorrow at 3 o'clock GST, Gold Standard Time, we'll have the third session of our ICE personal development program. I'm very, very happy because there are many snowmen participating at our session. Yes.
Absolutely. Really appreciate that. The next question, obviously, we're going back to our questions, comes from Vindicated Chidi. So get us going, Vindicated Chidi, my guy.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Ray. Thank you. Apollo, thank you very much for that wonderful quote. If you want to be respected, then you have to respect others. And if you want to be loved, you have to also love others. Thank you very much, Apollo. Thank you. My next question goes like this. Could you share any information about potential project investors or any companies already on board on ICE? Any?
So there are some VCs that have contacted us, and we've been in contact with them. But we took the decision at the moment not to move forward and have a bit of patience, because we are preparing to release our white paper at the end of September. We're going to release our mainnet presentation. We're going to also have our first app that will be a part of the ICE ecosystem released. We're going to have our internal proof of concepts for the mainnet. So things will be much easier for us to raise the amount we are interested in doing it. And at the moment, we don't have any needs of funding, as we are good the way we are.
Wonderful answer. So, guys, you've heard it from the boss himself. They're self-funding. Let's just put it simply. Jatin, you're next.
Yes, thank you, Rez. So my question goes like this: can you give us the details about the first process of KYC and first stage of KYC? What will the first stage of KYC will involve? And the additional question to this is, what type of validations can we see in KYC, and will there be validation on the basis of votes, or there will be some other kind of mechanism for validations?
So as I said earlier, the step one of the KYC that is going to be implemented pretty soon is the step where you need to pass the face verification. If your face is detected using multiple accounts, then they will be blocked. You will not be able to use them again, and so on. The second phase will be using an external KYC provider that is audited, that also complies with internationally anti-money laundering laws and so on. So there are going to be different types of KYC depending on the country. So national IDs, passports, in some cases, in case it is required, maybe a proof of address and so on. But this is something that we believe any normal user should not have problems passing it. And the reason we choose to use an external service for this and not doing like based on voting is that based on this KYC, there's going to be also a decentralized ID that we are building based on the ICE blockchain. So these results will also be you will also be able to share these results with other apps across our ecosystem without having to do KYC again. So this should simplify things for the users in the future as well. And everything is in full control on the user. There is no central authority and so on. The only authority that it is the one that passes the KYC. But yeah, that's totally normal. In order to comply with the laws and to be legally allowed to do this, yeah, we need to do this.
Great response. I love the responses that Zeus is giving us. Very deep, and it doesn't just give a yes or no, short sentence sort of response. They're all very detailed. Let me ask my question. Why is there a rush to launch the mainnet shortly after the official app's release within just a few months? And this is a question from somebody, so I thought I should ask.
First of all, I think that someone did a mistake because we are not doing it in just a few months. It's like 15 months. Yeah, it's next year in October, which is more than 1 year. So yeah, what we are doing, we're going to launch a beta of the mainnet. So we have proper time to test and be ready for when the mainnet officially launch.
Right. Thank you so much. I'll go straight. Vindicated Chidi, you're next. I know there's a delay, so when you're asking, just go ahead and ask, my guy.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Ray. Thank you. ICE team, thank you very much for the way you are answering our questions. I believe the committee are listening. My next question goes like this. What are the factors that add value to the ICE currency? Thank you. Hello, Zeus, can you hear me?
Yeah, sorry about that.
Okay.
What are the factors that add value to the ICE currency? So there are a lot of factors. First of all, one of the factors is the big community that we are trying to build. And another thing is also the pre-staking that we've added inside the app, because by pre-staking the coins, it means that once we do the mainnet, not all of them will be available to be traded and so on, which would bring some value to the ICE currency and stability. And the most important things which are the utilities. So that's what we are building in this phase one, as we said. We don't wish to go on mainnet and not having a really great utility. So at the end of September, everybody will get an eye on what we are building and what will be the global utility of the ICE. And trust me, it's going to have more than one utility. It's going to be dedicated to the people and also with the burning mechanism. So yeah, it should be pretty nice.
If you allow me, just 2 words. Yes. The utilities are very important for the added value of ice, but the community, I want to emphasize again, the community and the snowman could add value to the ice coin, because some people consider the users like a figure, a number. They're really a person, and ICE network want to be the place where all the snowmen complete their dreams. Thank you.
Really appreciate that, Apollo. Like I said, you're definitely a professor in sociology because you know what you're talking about. Anyway, let's move on. I think the next question is Jatin. Yes, Jatin, please.
Yes. So my next question is: do you consider any specific user base and coin threshold before which must be met before going to mainnet beta mainnet? Is there some kind of threshold?
No, it doesn't matter. We are gonna go to mainnet no matter how many users gonna be on the network. So yeah.
Great. I'll just go straight to my question. Could you provide us with more details regarding the halving events?
So the halving events are based on the active users and not registered users, unlike other projects. If we had, for example, the halving based on the registered users, when we had this bot attack from the past 2-3 weeks, we would have probably done 2-3 halvings, which is not okay. So our team decided to do the halving mechanism a bit different. We are taking in consideration only the active miners, the ones that are actively mining each day. And in order for halving event to happen, you need to have 7 consecutive days at least the number of minimum required to go to the next halving event. Once we release the QIC, the halving events will be also restored. Because right now, due to these circumstances where we had the bot attacks and we suspect users having more than one device under their name and so on, we want to be sure before doing the next halving that the network has reached the minimum threshold.
Wow. Interesting. Okay, so Vindicated Chidi is going next. We don't want to waste any time. Vindicated Chidi, set the ball rolling.
All right, thank you very much.
Keep it rolling.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so Zeus, is it within your future plans to kind of integrate an ICE wallet in the ICE app?
So the mainnet is going to be an app, fully built from the zero. So it's going to look different. It's going to have different utilities and so on. And one of the features, yes, is going to be a wallet, but not just an ICE wallet. It's going to be a wallet for also popular chains like Ethereum and so on. The app is going to be available on mobile, tablet, also desktop, also web. So it's going to be a multi-app. And you're going to also be able to access the apps from within the app, and not only on our chain. you will also be able to access other dApps on other chains. So let's say you want to do a swap on Uniswap on Ethereum, you can do it from within our app as well.
Yep, that's a concise answer. Jatin, you're next.
Yes. So my next question, he just answered that. My question was that if the ICE wallet could hold different multiple currencies also. So he just answered. I'll skip to my another question. Why do you feel to introduce the ICE personal development program? What is the need of it, and why you initiated it? What is the core behind this idea? Could you please explain to our snowmen?
Maybe Apollo can answer that.
Yes, it's my turn. The ICE Personal Development Program, it's indeed a unique and innovative initiative within the crypto space. And I'd be delighted to explain its purpose and significance. Well, the ICE Personal Development Program was created with a vision to empower our community members. We initiate this program to provide our community the tools and knowledge they need to grow holistically, both personally and professionally. We view our community members not just as users, as I told you earlier, but as integral partners in our journey. By offering a personal development program, we aim to give back to our community, helping them become leaders, influencers, and positive forces within the ICE network and beyond. We firmly believe in transparency and trust. Transparency and trust, core values that also underline the world of cryptocurrencies. Well, the program is an extension of these values by openly sharing knowledge and resources. We strengthen the trust and connection between us and the community, fostering a sense of unity and shared purpose. Well, the leadership, it's an essential quality and for any success endeavor, including crypto projects. The program places a special focus on leadership development with a strong emphasis on empathy. We believe that empathy is a crucial quality that binds leaders and teams members, fostering unity and a shared vision. In summary, the ICE Personal Development Program stands as evidence of our commitment to the well-being and growth of our community members. It reflects our belief that ICE Network is not just about technology, it's not just about cryptocurrency, it's also about personal development. It's about leadership and, why not, positive change. We want to empower our community to become the best version of themselves. And in going so, we hope to create a brighter future for all of us. Thank you very much.
Yes, Apollo, really appreciate this insight.
Imagine having a second phone number without the hassle of carrying a second smartphone around.
You're talking with him. Simple as that. I've answered it earlier.
Well, that's it. We know that. We know the founder, obviously. But, you know, the audience here, they might think we're just bluffing. So, guys, if you don't know, we have the founder of ICE Network as the special guests featuring Vindicated Chidi and Jatin Gupta. So we have them here. Remember that. And of course, we do have our very own Apollo here as well, who is the surprise guest. I don't think any of you did expect him to be here. Vindicated.
Okay, thank you very much. Mr. Ray, you can hear me, right? Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. So, to the ICE team, when will the iPhone version be available? And is there any way that something can be done so that people that are using iPhone can also enjoy the features in the web version, just like in the app?
So this question has been asked a lot of times by the community. We are also receiving mails regarding this. We've been in contact with them. They've asked us to do some things. Right now, we are doing some changes. We want to also release the white paper so they properly understand what we are building and so on. And we will submit again in September the app. The reason we did not do any announcement is because Apple did not say they denied our application, but they've asked for some changes, and they also said they want to see how the project is going. So in September, once we are ready with what we believe is going to be the last step of approving the app, we're going to resubmit it again with more information and so on, and hopefully they will approve it. In the worst case scenario where Apple will not approve the app, the web version will continue being developed. Right now, we did not want to spend too much time on the web version to develop it and adding features that are found only on the mobile app, because we expect to also have the app available on iOS. So once that happens, the web app will also be disabled.
Great response. Jatin, you're next.
Yes. So my last question goes like this: how do you define the active users? Is there something threshold that a person should be mining for at least 7 days or 10 days? Then only he will be called as active user in a month, in a week, or how does it get defined?
So it's pretty simple here. We define an active user. We used to define an active user before this new KYC as a user that do his daily tap to mine. It doesn't matter if the user is active for 1 day or 30 days or 60 days, as long as he has ICE balance. Now, in this new update, we will consider an active user only the users that have passed the KYC. So if you don't pass your KYC once this has been released, no matter if you have been mined for 2 months and you have balance, you're not an active user, because your mining session will not be possible to start unless you prove that you're a real human and that you don't have any other accounts associated with your identity.
Wow, so that's a wonderful answer. I think I'm the one to ask the next question. Somebody here, I think Ravindra Kumar, is he's saying, what was the answer? I think you should just play it back, my friend, and then when you play it back, you will be able to know what the answer about the iOS version was, because we can't actually go back because of the time factor and the number of questions. So I'll ask my question. Mine is, could you provide additional details about mining streaks, days off, slashing, and resurrection? There was halving, but obviously we spoke about the halving, so I just omitted that. So could you provide additional details about mining streaks, days off, slashing, and resurrection? Thank you so much.
So, having mining streaks means that the more consecutive days you mine, you will also receive some bonuses on your daily bonus. So maybe some of you notice that others are receiving lower bonuses while others are receiving higher bonuses. This is one of the reasons why some of the users have higher bonuses, because they are continuously mining without being interrupted. The days off we discussed a bit earlier. Yeah, so for each 6 consecutive days you get a day off in case you cannot extend the mining session for a specific reason. You are automatically switched to the days off. The halving we discussed earlier. The halving is important, as in any other crypto project, because if we would had kept the same rate from the beginning and the users kept growing, then it would have been a lot of supply on the market, which would not make any sense. The slashing mechanism, this has been added because we come from a crypto industry. We were one of the first pioneers that joined the Bitcoin communities and so on. So we've been involved in mining, and from the beginning we had big farms and so on. But one of the important things, for example, with the slashing, is that unlike other projects, and don't get me wrong here, as I said, we don't have anything against the Pi Network, because they were the ones that actually came with the idea of the tap to mine. So, but one of the reasons we added the slashing was also because of the Pi Network, because, you know, everybody keeps saying that they have 50 million, 100 million of users. Our guess is that they don't have that amount of users, and now we are for sure that they don't have those users, because we noticed what happened with the bot attacks, with the users using multiple devices and so on. But since you don't have a slashing mechanism, you end up at the end of the phase where you do the mining, you end up with a lot of users which require to do KYCs, and they were not active. So let's say you came to Pi Network 4